So if you're thinking about doing a podcast, I highly suggest you use Anchor, and here's why. Now, first things first, it's free, and you can even make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. I'm talking dollar bills, y'all. Plus, Anchor will distribute your podcast for you to the major platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and a bunch of others, so that's one less thing you got to worry about. And they got all the tools you need to record and edit your podcast in one spot, and you can do all that from your phone or your computer, so in my opinion, it's really the easiest way to make a podcast. Now, if that's what you're looking for, and you're ready to jump on it, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey, what up though? Yes, welcome back, welcome for the first time, whichever it may be. Thank you for tuning in on this fine day that you have turned on my podcast. And yeah, your girl's 40. I had my birthday last week or whatever. And so, yeah, my birthday was like a movie or whatever. It was just so, I always wanted to say that though. It's so funny with like certain slang or whatever that people come up with. I don't ever, like, it has to feel natural to actually have that come out of my mouth. Otherwise, I don't just say everything. Okay, anyways, my birthday. Let's recap my birthday weekend. My birthday weekend was a beautiful balance of everything that I needed it to be. My coworker actually got married on my birthday, which that was actually kind of cool. It's funny leading up to it because I kind of went back and forth about, do I want to go because it's my birthday and da-da-da-da, but I'm actually really glad I went. I don't really get to see my coworkers besides the little video calls that we have to do from time to time, so it was good to see them. Food was bomb. Like, she had, and I should have knew because she was the snack drawer queen or whatever when we was in the office. But I'm saying though, so what I actually got, because I didn't get everything, but they had chicken, they had green beans, they had yams, they had rice, they had peach cobbler that was so amazing. I didn't even eat no wedding cake. They had spinach, shrimp, artichoke dip, something. I don't know. Everything was so good. So, and then I kind of just met up with a few other people, like even with her wedding reception, I should say, because it wasn't the actual wedding. That was at her house. So, and the next few spots that I went were people's houses. And it's not like, other than the wedding, it's not like there were a ton of people. So I didn't do the whole, like, go out in public, go to bars, go do all that stuff. Because Rona's still out here and it's just too many factors. But I did enjoy myself. And then so my birthday was Saturday, and then Saturday, June 27th, in case, who knows when you're going to listen to this. But then Sunday, I really did nothing. Like, I didn't go anywhere. I'm like 99% unpacked. So like, it's been a lot of downsizing, throwing stuff away. So it wasn't this like quick, okay, we got our stuff, let me just put it away, because we moved from a house to an apartment and whatever. So we are 99% unpacked. So I did that. Started that off on Sunday, and it just, I don't know. I am a person who, I need order. I just need my space to feel and look a certain way. I'm not OCD. I'm not that bad, but everything does have its place and needs to be in order, this, that, and the other. I make my bed every morning when I get up, put all my, I got 9 pillows now, I think, because my daughter she's gotten me Mother's Day pillows every year, whatever. So I feel better when my space is better or whatever. So that was Sunday. And then, I didn't take no days off work because I don't know, I didn't want to. So yeah, that was my weekend. My dad, shout out to my dad. We know I'm not talking about my bio dad, which, didn't hear from him, of course. And it's like, it sucks with expectations sometimes because it's like in my mind, logically, I'm knowing, why would I hear from this man? You know what I mean? But in my heart, there's a part of me that's like, but you never know, because 40 is a big deal. I mean, he knows when my birthday is, you know what I mean? And so, but, I didn't hear from him. But anywho, my stepdad, so I had asked, it's funny, because I actually was like, can you get me, like, I don't ask him, really for gifts or whatever for my birthday. Usually it's, pay for us to come out there or whatever, but we couldn't come out there this year. So yeah, he got me some studio equipment. That's the whole point of all that. Now, I should have knew he wasn't gonna give me the audio mixer I had, but then there was that part of me that was like, you never know. But when he laughed, not in my face because it was over text message when I sent him the link, I kind of knew he wasn't getting it. But I'm getting closer to where I want to be because, like I said, I want to have guests, but I don't want it to be raggedy. And I'm also just trying to get stuff together to upgrade my audio and my setup because now I don't have the little closet studio anymore now that we moved. So that was my birthday weekend. 40 so far. It's interesting because I actually, and it's weird, but I actually do feel different. I can't explain why, but I don't know. I'm not even going to say I feel older because it's not even that. I feel different. I feel like I don't know. I'm like dog, I'm 40. You know what I mean? Like, I've really been out in these streets for 4 decades, and I don't know. I don't remember when I turned 30 feeling any different. I don't know. And we still new. This is only day 4 or something like that. I don't know. And I don't really feel like trying to count, but so it's still new, but I don't know. I just feel different. I feel freer. I don't know what I'm free from. But then I was just thinking about see, I'm a person though, and it's funny because I don't remember if we talked about this on her show or if we just talked about this, but I got to be a guest on Jay's Quick 3 on her show, which, you know what, I know her name ain't really the letter J. I'm gonna have to ask her the next time I talk to her. I ain't gonna put her on blast, but like, what is your actual name? And I know she listens, so you'll probably laugh when you hear this because I will have already asked you this. Anywho, so her birthday is the day after mine, and I got to be a guest on her show, and her birthday is the day after mine, but she's older than me. I just want to put that out there. But we were talking about how, around our birthday, which I thought I was the only person who did this, and she said she thought she was the only person, and I didn't think really anybody else did it either, and there's probably other people that do. Anywho, our birthday is kind of like, it's the point where I start reflecting, and I may have said this before earlier in season 1, who knows, but where I start kind of reflecting on, okay, what in this last year do I not want to do in this next coming up year? And I do remember when I turned 30, like, okay, in my 30s, what am I going to leave in my 20s? You know what I mean? And I started thinking about how heavy, like, the 30s, man, the 30s was rough. Like, I mean, it was good. I graduated college, got my bachelor's degree when I was 35. So, but it's like the first half of 30s, I was in school. So it was working school full time, working full time, going to school full time, raising kids, doing all that balance. And then 35, I graduated, got my bachelor's degree, and it was supposed to be like, I don't know, better after that. And then like that next month, their dad died. And so I just realized the 30s were so heavy, so intense in different ways. And like, yes, good things happened in there, but I don't know. And so I just think for me, it's kind of like, I mean, it's not to say that no tragedy will happen to me in my 40s, because I know that's not the way life goes, but I don't know. There's just something about, it's not a fresh start, but it just, I just feel different. I feel freer. I feel like I love where I've gotten in life. Like when I look back when I was 20, or even when I interact with people who are younger than me, and I have to remind myself that I'm 40. I don't know why, I just love saying I'm 40 now. At first, like leading up to, and even I want to say the day before, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm about to be 40. And then I don't know, some point then it's like, shoot, I'm 40. Like, I don't know, there's just, yeah, so I'm 40 out here, y'all. I just thought I'd let y'all know where I'm at with that. And then let's talk about, okay, speaking of 40, I'm telling you, like, and it's not like I was ever somebody who was really like about drama. I've never really been all, now don't get me wrong though, I will read all 927 comments under a Facebook post or on a Twitter thread of somebody else's mess of entertainment, but I'm not really one who is big into like drama and whatever. Y'all could probably tell by the show, those who listen, I'm more like, hey, let's try to talk it out. If we can't, okay, I guess maybe we just need to part ways. Like, I just feel like you don't need to be, I try not to be. Now, of course, I gotta fight my natural urges or whatever, anger, but I try really hard to just, I'd rather cut you off than have you pull me out of character, how I don't want to be. But even that much more now that I'm 40, I'm like, bro, I'm 40. Like, I just feel like I'm grown AF. And I just think there's just certain things that should not be a part of my life or my day or my mentality or whatever. Because y'all know I'm all about growth or whatever. So, and I got to tell this story. Like, it's going to, dang, I'm stuttering. I'm not lying, though. And some of y'all probably didn't even catch that reference, and that's really sad. But, the story is true, but I'm going to switch up. I'm going to try to make it where it ain't easy to figure out, because I don't know. But anyways, so somebody had come to me and they just randomly were like, so-and-so told me to ask you about this. And it was something that we all like were a part of, but she didn't go, and so I'm trying so hard not to like, but I just, for whatever reason, I don't want to, but anyway, sorry. So she was like, so-and-so told me to ask you about this situation. And I was like, I just thought it was kind of weird, because me knowing who all was involved in this situation and who she really talks to in this situation, it could only be a couple people that like would say that. But then again, it really couldn't be, because my first instinct or thought was, well, who would ask you that, and why would they ask you that? So that's what I asked her. I was like, who told you to ask me that? She didn't tell me who, so you didn't answer my question, and she just came back with some questions, gonna answer a question with a question, talking about, well, I was just told to ask you this, and if you enjoyed yourself or whatever, and I forget what else the other question is, and I don't feel like looking through our text messages. So I had asked her, who told you to ask me that? Because it just seemed kind of weird. Like, who would just randomly say, oh, ask Tamara what she thought about this? And it was kind of messy, because then so then that's why I asked, who told you to ask me that? And then when she didn't answer my question, like I said, she had answered my question with some questions, and she didn't answer my question, so I didn't answer her questions, and I just stopped texting her, because I just felt like, one, man, and there's so much of me. Let me think about this, because at the same time, okay, this is how I'm gonna do it. Imagine, because it's like, I'm trying to, I don't know, I'm just thinking about who all listens, and I'm just like, because, yeah, so imagine, sorry y'all, but y'all know how I am, so whatever. Imagine that you are the type of person who, you don't let everybody in, and so if you have people around you, or if you include them in something that's regarding you, it's going to be somebody that you consider like a friend or whatever. Imagine you're that type of person, right? And then imagine you have some, and I know stuff like this happens, but imagine you then have let's say you had a party or something, and you invite people over, and then people are like talking about you behind your back and this, that, and the other, and it's like, but you're the kind of person, and people know that you're the kind of person that you don't just invite everybody, into your life like that, or into your space, or into your whatever. So it's kind of like that. And so, and this is super vague, but there's a lesson in this, and so that's why I'm bringing, because this is the second time that this person has come to me on some messy stuff. Now, if y'all remember, I don't even remember what episode it was, but it was like kind of recently, so it's definitely been since season 2, where I talk about somebody came to me asking me about my business, and I hadn't told them my business, and the person that they heard it from hadn't told my business. It's that same person who then came to me on that so-and-so, and I think it's the same person that came to them with my business before. I feel like it's the same person that was the one basically talking bad about somebody and then trying to almost like draw me in, and I just didn't respond. Like I said, stopped texting. But then I just started thinking, like, why do people feel so comfortable being messy with this person? You know what I mean? Like, excuse me, there's certain things that people just don't include me in, don't whatever. And when it comes to like people being messy, people don't usually come to me with like messiness or whatever. And whew, I'm stuttering a lot today, boy. But listen, and y'all know I'm petty. If you interact with me, I mean, you could probably tell by the show, but if you interact with me on social media, or I can't even say that's not real life, because to be honest, like out of the people that I talk to more on like a social tip, like, oh, let's just chop it up, whatever, I've been like kicking it with different podcasters. Like some of it has been recording shows, but like I've been doing a lot more of that than like really being around people that I've known forever or whatever. I mean, everybody's busy, I get it, but it's really interesting. But I say all that to say, so I can't say social media ain't real life, but you know what I mean. Like if you interact with me, you know I'm petty, but that's not messy. Excuse me, bruh, I'm struggling, but that's not messy. That's just I have a great sense of humor, and that's really where mainly my pettiness stems from. So why does everyone feel, I ain't gonna say everybody, but why do people feel so comfortable being messy with you, and they just think that's cool, and they just know you gonna be the one? And see me, I'm not no, I mean, I'm trying to tell you, my kids could ask me something, and I'm a questions person. I'm gonna ask questions. Why? Because I a lot of times need to know why before I need all the details so that I can be fully informed before I make a decision or give a response or whatever. And so, as always, I've been really assessing my circle, and I do it a lot more lately because I'm alone a lot. Like I work from home. I don't really go nowhere. Like the crazy thing about being around all the people that I was around Saturday for my birthday is I'm not an extrovert. I'm a introvert with extrovert tendencies. So at the core of who I am, I feel rejuvenated with alone time. Not like I love people and love being around people and stuff, but like I become refreshed just being, it could be literally just being alone, just sitting there. You know what I mean? And so a lot of times, like I'm trying to think what being around a lot of people, it's draining, so I'm always like really tired. That like I always sleep really good the night after, you know, a whole bunch of stuff. So then the next day I need to be alone and I need to be whatever. And so I say all that to say I've been doing a lot of reflecting on relationships lately. And it's interesting because the thing that I think about with that situation, and mainly because that just happened, is like, why, you know, and if they feel like being this messy with you with the stuff that you come to me with, what do they be messy with that you don't come to me with? You know what I mean? Like, are you really the person that you gonna tell me regardless, and that's why you feel like you telling me? I can't say that with the thing about asking me whatever, because I don't know. I just feel like I don't go around people that I don't like, or I don't know. So man, watch your circle, and it don't matter how long you known somebody. I've been seeing a lot of memes, and I'm gonna share this one. I always share it to my Facebook page. It's just easier because I see a lot of this stuff on Facebook, and then I just share it to the page. So some balloon artist which let me go ahead and share it now so I don't forget. While we're recording, let me just do it right now because yeah. Anywho, some balloon artist in Portland, which if you go to my Facebook page, you'll see he did all these different balloon art stuff, but they're like all these quotes. So like, I'm about to share them all. I didn't even plan to do this, but this is all relevant to relationships and like never feel like you can't outgrow people. So this is the one that I felt like they was really trying to come for me. Stop mistaking shared trauma for compatibility. Bruh. When I've really, really, really been thinking a lot more about this whole being single thing. And one thing because sometimes I'm like on some real stuff, I think it was Monday or Sunday I was thinking, and I was just like, okay, why, like real talk, why am I single? Like not on a why don't I want to be in a relationship, but now we've reached this point where I'm like, but how come nobody is like even like I told y'all what I get. It either is I'm invisible. Well, I won't say that because it's not like people don't compliment me. So I'm not having like some complex of, oh my gosh, I'm not pretty enough or whatever. And I'm not saying insecurity is anything to make fun of, but that's not what this is. But like, I'm starting to get this. Yeah, like, not like, why am I single? Like, why has no one, like, people don't come to me on some real, like, hey, I want to get to know you, or it's either, hi, I want to marry you within, like, 1 hour of being in my DMs. Okay, maybe that was exaggerated. 1 day, and that's not an exaggeration. Or it's nothing, and I'm just cool with people. Like, I interact with a lot of different dudes on Twitter, whatever, and I'm either, it's like we just cool, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I've just started really thinking like, why am I still single? And then I started thinking about the situationships that I've had and how a lot of it was shared trauma that we bonded over, and how that's just, but then when it came to like, I don't want to say like doing well, but I guess like doing well, you can't celebrate with me, but you can, wallow in the pit with me or whatever. So anyways, there's that. And then he said, you'll never have to negotiate your way into a heart that wants you there. Dropping gems on the book. Stop feeling bad for outgrowing people who had the chance to grow with you. Don't settle for less just because it's available. Whew, I've done that. Stop shrinking yourself to make other people feel big. Been there, done that. Stop trying to put out fires for people who are addicted to the flames. Woo! Stop accepting apologies not accompanied by changed behavior. That is manipulation. And I know I've said that on here before because I saw that on a meme somewhere. You can't change someone by loving them harder. You cannot. Stop trying to make the wrong people love you the right way. He didn't say this next thing I'm about to say, but I've seen that the right person will do things for you that something like the wrong person made you feel like you was asking too much or something like that. Do yourself a favor and take mixed signals as a no. Ain't nobody got time for mixed signals. You don't have to. You don't have to rebuild a relationship with everyone you have forgiven. Facts. Forgiveness does not mean reconciliation. Stop romanticizing the people who hurt you. Whew. Bruh. Self-care is choosing not to argue with people who are committed to misunderstanding you. And yeah, that's what I thought I'd share with you guys. But I say all that, the whole point of that whole bunny trail, because let me just read all this stuff, but the one about outgrown people, like, it doesn't matter how long you've been friends with somebody, it doesn't matter how solid you thought they were, man, once they start moving funny, showing red flags, whatever, it is okay to distance yourself. Now, I ain't necessarily gonna just completely cut this person off, because it ain't like she hasn't done anything to me that's actually like, okay, I'm about to cut you off, but I am watching a little, more, and might not be as open about different parts of my life that maybe I was before, because I don't know I don't know why everybody, I ain't gonna say everybody, but I don't know why people feel like they could just be so comfortable being messy with you. And so, like, you gotta be okay with, if you gotta cut people off or if you gotta fall back, it's okay, because I feel like then it just, I don't know, I'm a person where And I wonder if being raised military just is why I'm like this, but we moved around, not like all my life, but we did move around. And and even once we moved to I've been in the state that I live in now for 30 years now that I'm 40 because we moved here when I was 10. But we've lived in a different spots within, you know what I mean? And so, but we've moved, I don't know, I think what I'm trying to say is that I've always seen not people as seasonal, but I've noticed that different relationships are seasonal and sometimes seasons end and not everybody is a lifetime friendship, and that's okay. And so I'm all for and always encouraged, I've talked about it on here before, letting go of what you need to let go of so you can have room to, open up and grab onto what you need to grab onto. So, we got a lot of extra time, most of us, because the Rona still, because you shouldn't be out here just doing big things and having big fun all like that anyway. You should be showing wisdom and whatever. I'm not going to say live in fear, because I know everybody has their different whatever. I do think we all need to do our part to try to think of others and protect others, but be smart to protect yourself, because there's a lot we don't know about, the Rona. Speaking of Rona and Rona Chronicles, I'm going to add that, the Rona Chronicles segment of the day. So, because this entire year has been trash, and after a while, I want to say definitely by March, April, people start saying, oh, I wonder what next month is going to bring. And I remember in May or June, for sure, I told y'all, stop asking that. Because every time y'all ask that, it's the most asinine stuff happens. And as I was scrolling along the Book of Faces, which I shared this article on my Facebook page as well, I saw that there are snakes that can fly, and scientists now know how. Now, this article, because see, I'm a person that I actually read articles. I don't click on everything. Some stuff is clickbait, but I do read stuff that I'm like, what the hell? And then I look at the date too, because some of y'all be sharing, and I mainly see it on Facebook more so than Twitter, but some of y'all be sharing stuff like it's brand new, and then when I click and look at the date, it'd be from 4 or 5 years ago, and it's that's not, I don't know. Anyways, so this article was published on June 30th of this year, though, so this was not that long ago, and it says 2020 is full of surprises. Scientists are now talking about flying snakes from Southeast Asia. Now, the paradise tree snake isn't new, so some of y'all might be like, oh, I already heard about that or whatever. But the whole point, and then it talks about how they fly and whatever. So it's not this super long article, but the whole point is on July 1st is when I see this. So y'all want to come in all aggressively. I see y'all talking about some July, come in, sit down. We don't know no problems. I just think y'all need to understand that 2020 is 2020 been here before. 2020 is a whole thug out here. And I just feel like you shouldn't be that aggressive with July. As you've seen what 2020 has to offer every time you challenge it, her. I feel like it's 2020 is a woman, just because men can't multitask in the way in which, think about all the insane things that are happening all at the same time. Men compartmentalize things that I just don't think they can multitask like that. 2020 is a woman. So I just think don't be all aggressive with July as you, and then August, September. I just feel like maybe a gentler approach might get us better results, because I saw someone this morning going in, come on, sit down, da-da-da-da. And then later in the day, I see the flying snake. So I just think, yeah, we need to chill out with that. So yeah, that is all I got for y'all today. Biggest encouragement out of all the silliness. Biggest not encouragement before we go there. I definitely, as always, appreciate y'all listening. I appreciate y'all being on this journey with me, because the one thing I really have been reflecting on with the show is, like, I love that I never feel like I have to make it be anything, because it's almost like this is like my public diary. So I always just give y'all whatever I have, whatever's on my mind, just whatever I feel like I want to talk about. But I appreciate the fact that y'all continue to listen, because y'all have really just given me the freedom to just kind of do me, and y'all just get to know me and whatever and all that. But the biggest encouragement besides all that, let me encourage you with that. Like, you are awesome. You are dope. You are needed. You have stuff to offer that other people cannot. I don't care if you're doing something similar to someone. Just like I always say, there's so many podcasters, and there's so many that I listen to. Like, I listen to a lot of different podcasts, and we're all different. And even though we may even talk about like the same stuff in a sense sometimes, depending on what's going on, or the Rona or whatever, it's like we all are going to have our own unique perspective, and it's needed. You know what I mean? Like, I host a podcast, but I listen to other people's podcasts. I'd be happy when other podcasters' episodes drop, when some people take hiatus. I'll go through the archives if they have, so like, just because you do something, or just because others are doing something that you want to do, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it. You know what I mean? Just do it and do you. And on top of that, man, I'll keep assessing your circle, and, peep game and act accordingly, because, people shouldn't be comfortable just showing fake love to you straight up in your face. So that's all I got for y'all. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day, night, morning, Monday, Tuesday, whatever day this is. And until next time. What up, though? It's your girl, Tamara Dawn, and welcome to Tamara Till the Break of Dawn. Now, first things first, I want to thank y'all for hopping on my train of thought today, because you literally could be doing anything else right now, so I appreciate you tuning in. And before I get too far off into this intro, I definitely want to give a special shout out to my podcast fam. So make sure y'all actually check out them podcast suggestions in the episode note. Last but not least, I want to give a special shout out to Sniper T for this beat, and all his information can be found in the episode notes as well. So, now that we got all that out the way, let's get it. So first things first, shout out to Sniper T for this beat, and all his information can be found in the episode notes. Now, like I say on social media, I want y'all to interact with me, so here's a few ways you can do that, and the links and whatnot to all these methods are in the episode notes as well. Now, you can leave me a voicemail. Call 720-457-4022. You can email me. Hey, y'all can follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, and I'll follow you back. And then you can go ahead and slide in the DMs, just not on no weird stuff. You can also like the Facebook page, and the link on there goes to my email as well. Now, what I need y'all to do is pay attention on my socials for when I ask for feedback for the Thoughts to Ponder episodes that air every other Monday, because the reality is that y'all feedback is what makes those episodes dope. So, leave me a voicemail, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or email me. Just holla at your girl.